He's only 60.
I'm not retired yet.
The Waste Facilities Monitoring Committee will now come to order. Roll call.
Alrighty. Marvin Wolf.
Here.
Harvey Schweitzer.
Here.
Abby Lightke. Roland Kiefer.
Here.
Melvin Hebron.
Here.
William Fays.
Here.
Belinda Costa is excused. Sudarshan Karma. And we also have Joe Spear from JSA Environmental, Brad Vanderkin, and Madeline Swerensky from Waste Management, and Alice Wolf as well. The meeting was posted in accordance with the open meeting law. Thank you.
Everybody's seen the minutes from the last meeting. Any additions or corrections? Not hearing any, approval would be in order.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Carried. Public comment, I don't see anybody. Nobody's here, so we'll move on. Financial report. That's on the back here. Any questions about that or anything? Comments? So that's 6,000 you guys put in there, 6,400. That increases over, no, it's $5,000. $5,000. How long has that been at $5,000? A long time?
We add it whenever
Yeah.
we start running low.
All right. Yeah. All right, a motion to approve the financial report?
Oh.
Second. All in favor, aye? All opposed? That's carried. New business. JSA Environmental, Joel Spears.
So, do it in steps. I submitted the stickers for the letters for the well sampling report. They've been given to Katie for when that's ready to go out. It may not be this meeting. I may be ahead of the curve for once. I still manage audits twice a month. The site has been down in their new cell, so they've been doing what we call the fluff layer, which is the first 10 to 15 feet of select fill. They go out of their way to make sure it's nothing that they can penetrate the liner with. Anything that is possible threat, they've been pushing up to the northeast corner, where a little bit of phase 2 is open for them. That's pretty much it. I guess we'll start to see some changes this coming month with gas work, and you said you're probably going to have a little excavation going on.
Yeah, I'll cover that in construction, but yeah.
Yeah. So usually the winter and into the spring is a little on the slow side for all landfills. The next meeting I should have more to talk about.
Yeah, being wet and everything, that slowed everything down.
And I believe there's something on there about the contract.
Item 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the time of year that if the committee would like to get a different contractor for the well sampling report, well, actually for anything, or a different contractor to do the well sampling, and then Davies, this is the time to bring it up so at the next meeting you can have a list of people for that.
Well, I've been happy. I mean, I don't see any change.
Have we had any problems at all?
No,
I didn't
Have you
hear
been
of
showing
any.
up to work?
Yeah. It's been a really rough 12-foot commute. But no, the real issue is that it's required that the committee consider it.
Yeah.
And because I'm the consultant for the committee, not that I do the well sampling, it's my job to remind you. But it does hold weight. I mean, we did change Davies in 16, 15, because we were getting odd hits and the previous sampler wasn't purging. So I mean, it does bear a review. But Davies is doing great. We haven't had any findings to make it really worth anybody's interest in making changes. We've got no trends. You know, it's the hydrofluorocarbons that were showing up have dropped off again. They were J flags. Marvin, as long as he doesn't paint his basement the week before we come in, we won't have VOCs. For the most part, it's all been pretty standard.
So do we need to pass for
You need a motion
a motion to approve the contract?
to accept,
Renew the contract?
renew the contract
I'll make that motion that we renew the contract
for
Second.
Davies
for
and
Davies
Spears.
and Spears, yes.
I'll
Any-
second that.
Second, we got a second.
All those in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Carried. Waste Management, Brad.
All right. First quarter is fairly slow for us as far as what's going on at the site. We are working on with the DNR and consultants right now to kind of look at what potential expansion footprint might look like. So we're looking at wetlands and doing assessments on what the feasibility looks like and where that might fit on our current property. So that's basically the only DNR correspondence. Tony is our DNR inspector, DNR rep, and he's planning to come out the 22nd of March to do an inspection. So that'll be
March or
May?
May?
or May, sorry, May. He'll be out in a couple weeks. 2024 construction, really, we don't have a ton planned. We have some gas work that we have planned with Landfill Driller and Pipe. They did our last gas work, so they're gonna keep rolling through that, and they should be starting, depending on how their next project goes, roughly a month,
I think they should be out there by the end of this month.
end of this month.
What is their name again? Sorry?
Landfill Driller and Pipe.
Landfill Drill and Pipe.
Yep. Earthwork, right now we're looking at maybe doing a little bit of earthwork, about 50,000 yards in preparation for the next cell, but we're not planning to do any cell or capping this year at all. As far as site operations, the fluff lift with this wind and the weather that we've had is kind of a blessing for us right now. It's been really windy and really wet. We also had 2 dirt jobs that came in which helped us put a lot of cover down and increase our tonnage for Q1. Kind of have another note on the weather. It was pretty light winter for us. Usually we like personally for operations wise, I like a little bit colder winter, so things freeze up a little bit for us. So we kind of dealt with a lot of mud this year, but our track outs seemed to be okay most of the time. So thought that went pretty well. Currently grinding up the brush pile in the residential yard. Just finished that up last week. We got to haul some of that out of there yet. Our recycling MRF in Germantown just opened up. That was a $40 million investment by Waste Management, so all the recycling transfer volume is now going back up to Germantown like it was in previous years. But other than that, it's pretty business as usual. Like I said, we're in the fluff lift. We'll probably have another 2-ish months to get across that fluff lift before we start making another lift and starting to be more visible again. But right now, everything is...
So we'll see a lot of that at the next meeting in August.
Yeah.
Everything will be up to speed then.
Yeah, by the time our next meeting comes around, we'll be doing probably some gas work, some excavation work, and we'll see the cell coming up out of the cell. Yeah.
All the mulch, you guys chop all that? You guys
Yep.
do all that?
Yeah.
Where do you take it from there?
So either, depending on where we're at, we're either mixing it in with the topsoil to
Oh.
help make a little bit more topsoil, but right now we're
Yeah.
putting it on upward slopes, and we're gonna seed it hopefully this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I see there's a big pile there.
yeah. It's a lot of,
Yeah, it's a lot.
there's a lot of mulch.
And you still get like 300 people a day going into the...
Yep. Resi Yard has been,
Yeah.
overall at Resi Yard, from my perspective, I haven't had many complaints. It's been going pretty smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I did have an employee who was back there for almost a year that just left. So be working at trying to get a more stable person back there again. It takes a special person to stay back there though, so.
They've been very polite, I
Yeah.
gotta say, whenever they're
Yeah.
very polite.
Yeah, so we'll keep trying to figure out another backfill for that. Otherwise, I have a couple guys who are familiar with it back there as well, so.
And we didn't have any complaints on mud at all?
Nothing.
Yeah, because I've seen too, it was, it's a rough winter and spring here, and
Yeah.
it looks pretty
There
good.
was really no winter this year for us.
Yeah.
Like maybe a week, and then pretty much between rain and melting snow for the last
Yeah.
few months, we've been fighting it, but it's been going pretty well.
Any other
And
comments? or-
actually, I was gonna say advanced, but GFL, they track quite a amount of mud out on the road that makes it look like it's coming from him, but if you really look at the tracks,
Oh, yeah.
especially up by the old Briggs and Stratton scale landfill, coming out of that entrance out, they drank pretty much mud out that everybody looks at him and it's his
Yeah.
fault, but
You guys got a tire wash, don't you, I think?
We have a, what are they called? They're called FODs. It's not a tire wash, but it's a
Yeah.
manufactured
it's like
plastic.
a tracking pad.
Yeah, track out mat is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither site is really putting much money into clean tires. But,
Yeah, right.
But the tracking also hasn't been bad enough to actually make it an issue.
No, it's not. Like last year, the year before, it could get a little, but
And both sites have a nice long road now too, which really helps.
yes.
If
Truck drivers don't like it, but
no,
Yeah, right.
and you can tell because they try to take shortcuts through ditches and so on.
Hmm.
yeah.
It's definitely been worse in the past. But
Mm-hmm.
Any other comments? Otherwise, a motion to approve would be good.
I'll motion approved.
Second?
Second.
not against the work. You gotta write it down.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. All right, anything else here? Future agenda, next meeting's August 1st. That'll be on top of the hill, or we'll
Yeah.
give a tour,
Yep.
whoever wants one.
No, okay.
And we can bring guests if we
Yeah.
wish.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anything else?
On the tour, if you bring guests, do you have to know ahead of time that you got enough vehicle or?
Yeah, I'd probably ask if there's going to be. I mean, usually the van. I could probably confirm the van if a little ahead of time. Like I have this many seats. If we got to do 2 laps, it's not the end of the world either. Yeah.
All right, I motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
No, we need one first, so you're first at
Well, you said
second.
a motion to adjourn. Okay, I'll be the first one.
Yeah. A second?
I second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right.